Hi everyone, welcome to MSCR Makes. I'm Miss Julia and today we'll be making sensory bottles. For this project, you're going to need a few things. I'm going to show them to you in a few different parts. The first thing you're going to need is some sort of clear, empty container with a lid. I'm going to put a few examples down on the screen so that you have an idea as to what you could have around your house that might work. A few things I found around my house was this bottle. See how it has a lid that screws on tight? I also found a water bottle. I found a little bottle of makeup remover. It also has a lid. And a spice bottle with a lid. A peanut butter jar. And also a spaghetti jar. Whatever you have around your house that has a clear container and a lid that fits on tight will work. Once you've found something, I just take something out of my recycling. I make sure that I remove the label so that you're going to be able to see your fun things inside your sensory bottle. I'm going to move these things out of the way and show you the next part. So once you've found a clear bottle with a lid, you're going to need to find some fun things to fill it with. You can use whatever you have around your house. Here are some ideas that I found around my house. Remember, these are all just fun ideas, but you can use whatever you have. Around my house, I was able to find some glitter, some feathers, some pom-poms, some beads, googly eyes. This is tin foil. Some of them I rolled up into little balls. Other ones I cut into shiny little squares. I also found some of those little plastic things that go around the bottle lids. I found some toothpicks, some rubber bands, these little keychains. This is some colorful plastic from a bag that was in my recycling, and some bottle tops. But remember, whatever you have at your house is fine. You can use other things such as rocks or little sticks or even some small plastic toys that you have but don't really play with. Anything that can get wet and not get yucky. So don't use things like beans or bread or paper. Those will get wet and get really gross. So you'll need anything that you have around your house that can be in water or get wet and that you don't mind putting in a bottle to keep in there forever. You'll want a bottle with a lid and then either some super glue or some duct tape. These are going to be used to secure the lid onto the bottle so that it doesn't accidentally come open. You'll also need some water. You can pause the video here, find a whole bunch of fun things around your house, and gather your other supplies. Now that you've had a chance to gather your supplies, I'm going to move some things out of the way. There are two other optional things that you might want for your project. Remember, these are optional. It means only if you have them and only if you want to put them into your project. You might want to use some vegetable oil and you might want to use some food coloring. You can pause the video here again and go gather the food coloring and vegetable oil if you would like to use them. Now that you've had a chance to gather up the optional things, I'm going to show you an example of how to make a sensory bottle. The first thing I'm going to do is start with my empty bottle. I've removed the label and I'm taking off the top. The first thing I'm going to do is choose from my array of fun things I found around my house. I think I'll add in a little bit of almost everything. Here's a feather, Here's some of that cool, pretty plastic, a pop lid, a small pinch of googly eyes, a pom-pom, maybe a few beads, and I'm going to put in a little bit of glitter too. But really, whatever you have on hand will work. Now that I have all of the things that I would like inside of my sensory bottle, I'm going to add some water. I think I will skip the oil for this one. I'm filling my bottle up pretty far. I think I will go ahead and add in some optional food coloring though. I think I'll do blue. I want mine to be light blue, so I'm just going to add 1 drop. But if you'd like yours to be darker, add in more. The next part is to secure on the lid. You can use one of 2 methods, but have your grown-up help you. You can use super glue. With super glue, you take off the cap and put a line of super glue inside of your bottle lid and then screw it on really tight. Either method, you're going to want to screw your lid on really tight. The other way to do this is screw your lid on very tight and then get some duct tape. This is the duct tape that I have at home. Once you have a length of duct tape, you can also wrap it around the outside of your container and press down all of the edges. The important part is to cover up where the lid and the bottle meet. Once you have your lid secured on with either duct tape or some super glue, your bottle is ready. If you want, you can decorate the outside with some stickers if you have some. Otherwise, you can just enjoy your really cool sensory bottle. Do you see how some of the things, like these googly eyes and the little plastic bits, are floating? But other things, like the bottle caps and some of the beads, are sinking to the bottom. That's really cool. Some of the things are heavier than others. Here's another one that I made earlier. This one I used just super glue to glue on the cap. This one I made green and it has some glitter and a feather. See how the feather is floating? And here's one last one that I made. This one I put in both oil and water. Do you see how the oil is lighter than the water? So it's sitting on top. And if I mix them, it will slowly separate back out. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of MSCR Makes and that you find lots of exciting things to put inside of your sensory bottles. Just remember to secure the lids on either with glue or with duct tape so they don't get accidentally opened. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!